Welcome to Open Mind Industries podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind. Hey guys, welcome to episode 45 of The Mind Unleashed. As we always do, let's go a few shout outs to our supporters. The first one is Lyft, the ride sharing app. Use our code TMUP for, I believe, $20 off your first 4 rides with Lyft. Type that code in, TMUP. It's for first time riders. If you're not in the Orlando area, just type that code in, and I think it applies to other regions where you're maybe going. Also, please check out CAS. CAS stands for Cinematic Aerial Services. What Daniel does is cinematic aerial drone shooting. Right now, he does properties for anybody in real estate. If you're trying to get your home on the market, trying to get best photography for your clients, use his services. He'll do $179 per property. Use our code OMI. Also, check out Weiss Productions. If you're getting married, Weiss does weddings, special occasion, videography, photography. Use our code OMI and he'll give you 20% off when you book your next project with him. Links will be down below in the description. Also, if you're looking to get trademark branding done, please check out Strawman Law. Strawman hooked us up with our trademark and branding. A really honest-to-goodness attorney. I wouldn't recommend him if I didn't like his services. He really hooked us up and took care of us. Also, please check out Angie Connors. Angie Connors is our real estate agent who helped us find our new home and area in Mount Dora, Florida. Please check her out at Walters Real Estate. Links will be down below in the description. Anyway, guys, how the hell are you guys doing? If you guys are wondering why I'm looking back, looking at the MacBook Pro, wanted to see, it's an i5 processor, 16 gigabytes RAM there. Do you hear that blowing around a little bit? It happens. It's just cooling itself down. I'm gonna give me a swig of water. What's been going on this week? Wow, some news. Filtered Florida water. It's actually nice bottle. We got this refresh to go, guys. I recommend trying one of these out. Got it for going to Disney and theme parks and shit, because we're getting a lot of water and stuff like that. It has a coconut filter, which just filters out some of the impurities, not everything, the lead and stuff like that. They have the new filters that do all that, but these aren't actually too bad. Keeps the water pretty nice and cold. Pretty tasty too. The water's actually not bad here in Florida. But we like just filtering our water. We have a Berta and shit like that. Actually, if my chair wants to cooperate. If my chair wants to cooperate, it's not gonna cooperate. But yeah, we use this a lot. We use a lot of Berta filters here. And another hurricane just swung through North Carolina and South Carolina. Holy shit. So we have 2 coming our way. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. The beginning of last year, it was wild. Like, we had fucking Irma, and then Maria hit Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico was fucking still getting back up there. In some areas of Puerto Rico, the island is just not together yet. I've got friends who were telling me and filling me in about that. A few of my friends went back over to Puerto Rico and just came back, and you heard Del Marino's story, obviously, from Puerto Rico. And it's been fucking wild. They definitely don't need another one, fucking for the next 300 years. Florida and everything else, like living on this area, I'm in fucking Orlando, so it's kind of weird to experience this shit. Living here for only, I want to say, how many years now? 11 years now. Has been weird. It's been fucking crazy because I'm used to excuse me, I'm recording this podcast late today. Wow. Living up in upstate New York, you're used to a lot of snow and rain and awesome thunderstorms. But here, it's, moving here in early May of 2007. Yeah, I believe it was. You're not used to this freaking tsunami storms and fucking tropical storms and tornadoes and shit like that. People are like, oh yeah, I'm like, what are all these fucking sirens going off and shit? Because when I first came down, everybody was fucking running for the hills one day, and they had these stupid sirens that are all around like Central Florida area. And these fucking, they look like lampposts, but they're not. They're actually lightning trackers for fucking lightning. So it better predicts for Florida in general to know if there's a tornado gonna fucking drop or what have you. And one day we were driving out, and I was wondering, like, what the fuck is going on? Why are all these people scared? No one would say a fucking word. I'm like, why is everybody freaking out? Like, should I start freaking out? And then finally goes, that's a fucking tornado warning. I went, oh, what the fuck is, I've never heard one, you know? And they go, yeah, man, all the fucking poles you see on the highway and stuff like that, it's not tornadic trackers, but it's lightning trackers, so it can, uh, if the lightning hits it, it grounds the lightning, or if it takes it away from the highways because there's so many goddamn cars. But it's meant to track lightning, static, shit like that. Pretty cool technology. I don't know why I'm fucking yawning. I slept good last night. I slept like 10 hours today, but it's probably just me talking. But yeah, some news on, the hurricanes is just going past us now, and we got another one coming up, and my girlfriend just called me, and she goes, do you have everything planned out for, the hurricanes since last year? I said, yeah, we're all good, got solar panels, the solar thing I unfold that's sitting from my shelf here that charges cell phones, stuff like that, so if you barely need any sunlight to start charging. But yeah, we're prepared if something goes wrong, but I'm hoping for the people with the best in their areas. So who knows when this is gonna happen if we get anything fucking wild. But Halloween Horror Nights is begun at Universal, and Howl-O-Scream has begun at Busch Gardens. I'm gonna yawn again. It's gonna happen. Oh, fuck! I have no idea why I'm fucking tired. I really don't know. What the fuck? Sorry, guys, for the language and just my lord. But yeah, everything's just started, and I guess they're trying to prepare for just this long runs of Halloween Horror Nights and Howl-O-Screams because this year it's been extended quite a bit. So it starts from I believe Wednesday all the way until Sunday. My buddy Moby Lee is in a special place. He's playing a character called Fatso. From Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If y'all seen that movie, that's what he's doing. He just sent me a photo today. He's like, when are you going to come see me? I said, oh, probably sometime soon. Definitely want to go see Stranger Things and a few other things in Vamp 1980, Vamp 85. Looking forward to seeing that. Good to again. I have no idea. I have no fucking clue why I'm so damn tired. But anyway, I think it's because it's hot in here. I'm gonna turn the fan on in probably a minute or so. But yeah, they have 1985. They have a new store that opened up near the Mummy ride. If you guys go over there, by Jimmy Fallon also. But yeah, Moby will be on the podcast hopefully soon. He did give me a quick tweet, and he said, "Hey, any chance to be back on the podcast?" And yeah, I said, "Yeah, for you always. You can always jump on." I guess he wants to promote something. I'm not gonna. Actually, I can spoil a little bit what he wants to promote because it's free promotion for him. It's going to be promoting Untold Love Stories again. His new web series he's been working on for the past year, and he wants to kind of get the news out there for you guys. So please check out Moby Lee at Yahoo, or not Yahoo, bleh. You can tell I'm fucking weird. At YouTube, check out Moby Lee at YouTube, and check out Untold Love Stories. So he just got done filming the new season, and he's been working on that for quite a bit. And so he hit me up and he goes, "Hey, if anybody's on Twitter, let me know because I'm trying to get some shit out there, some media out there." So I go, "Yeah, man, definitely. Hit me up and we can set up a day. We'll definitely do something soon. We'll see. We'll see if everything goes. Just getting our schedules in sync, and I know he's doing Halloween Horror Nights consistently, so it's been kind of rough for him to do his thing. Also got some 3D printing news and some tech news for the week. So I got an email by 3D Hubs. It's all over on the forums on our site too. Sorry, just getting some water. So no longer a rumor. 3D Hubs has been kind of talking about it, about just moving on to a bigger, more refined manufacturing kind of a company, and they're looking for more. Unfortunately, my hub does not qualify as a partner anymore. So what they do with 3D Hubs was, and how I found out through them, I found out about them through Thingiverse, which is a big file share for 3D printing, anything 3D printed. So, say if you're looking for an iPad, iPod stand, or fucking, anything, a game controller holder, you would find it there. Makers of 3D modelers would put shit up there. And then you could, essentially, excuse me, essentially 3D print it and then, get it out. Now, if you didn't own a 3D printer, because 3D printers are still kind of expensive and it's kind of hard to understand them and learn them, it's still to this day, it's not a point and collect. I hate to tell people that. I have two friends that, have tiny 3D printers and they don't do much with them except little knickknacks and little keychains and shit like that. They don't have no fucking clue on how to fix them or how to 3D model or how to fix anything. So a lot of stuff gets sent my way to, hey, how do I print this? What would you recommend? My printer doesn't know how to do settings. I don't know how to change filaments or, yada yada. But 3D Hubs was a big company that would say, hey, well, you can offer your printers on our site. So if a client wanted to go through you, they can. They can click on, hey, I need this part in Orlando or whatever part of where you're at. All these prices are set at this. This is what it has. The Hub does. I only ever did was their tester piece, and it was the Marvin keychain, and I have it above my monitor, my TV monitor, and I use it on my monitor. It took me, I think, 4 or 5 goes, and then I finally was able to present that to the Hub, and they were able to check quality, and then they were able to say, hey, yeah, you're welcome to the Hub, and good luck, and to be honest, I really never used the Hub a lot. I just left it there, shits and giggles, to say, hey, I got picked up. I'm still with my mini factory, but I got the notice about, I want to say, a few days ago, stating that, hey, yeah, we're no longer going to. This is where we want to go, and they made that very perfectly clear where they wanted to go in the past couple months. They've been very open with everybody, so it's not a big fucking shocker to me that they wanted to go and kind of do Shapeways kind of thing. They kind of wanted to jump down that kind of way. And what Shapeways is pretty much a maker or designer can put a 3D model up, and then, or you can send it over, your model over to Shapeways, and Shapeways gets it out to all these different manufacturers, whether it be molding, steel, CNC. Your model could literally be put in any fucking way you wanted it done, and then sent back to you for a pretty good price. Not bad, not bad at all. But I found a lot of them, the maker. That's why I found the keychains from for Terminator 2, Maddie over at Shapeways. He's the one that designed it, and he's in Berlin, Germany. Super cool cat. I've had a good chance to talk with him and just showed him support and respect for who he was and stuff like that. I'm still grateful for his help on that project. Um, but I had a feeling, it was gonna kind of crash down. I knew, um, trying to get my 3D work out there, it takes a bit of work. And for any of you makers and modelers, it's hard to get your shit out there and then get fucking paid for your work. It's always been hard that way. I done a lot of editing work, computer editing, computer work, stuff like that. Cancel. Yeah, that was the Alexa that popped up. And people come to you and, well, I don't want to pay that. It's like, okay, well, do you want to go to an actual source and pay their price, their professional price? No, I was kind of hoping you would have all the tools and I wanted to pay so much. It's like, well, dude, I got to get paid too. It takes a while. That's why these companies, charge more money to do the work because it's time consuming. But the email that I got was very, very friendly, very, very nice. And I'm not shitting on 3D Hubs at all. They did say that my hub did not qualify just because I haven't done many prints on that hub anyway like that. And the thing is, I tried going to it as professionally as I could and start putting pricing down and then putting the printers that I have on. The problem is you need to be a fucking a facility, pretty much. That's what they kind of turned it into. It's like you need to have a 3D printing shop, and I'm more of an R&D. So we're here to do some 3D printed parts to work better for the disabled and able body. That's our fucking goal with mine, is to build certain things for the disabled and able body, and R&D some parts and stuff like that. Hopefully grow in the future with laser cutting and shit like that. I offer some of my skills and services to friends who can't afford um, to buy their own printer and stuff like that. I put some reasonable fucking prices on our webpage for you guys too. And I've had people that hit me up, Al, I'll link it over to Monkey Studios, hits me up a lot, and we work out our pricing and stuff like that. He ends up buying the filament because he knows how much that costs. So the filament, except for all the stuff that I print for him goes into the portfolio of myself, and I give him a lot of feedback on what could be done or something like that. So we both share each other's knowledge, and it works out either way. So it's like, hey, I'm doing work for you, but here's money for the filament if you order what you need, and you know, let me know, you know, yada yada. Which means he still needs to get the dang masks and the helmet that I printed for him a while back, which came out really good. The Deathstroke and the X dude. I keep forgetting the dude's name. But the way 3D Hubs kind of interacted was okay. You go on Thingiverse, then you place the order with one of somebody on 3D Hubs. You look at the pricing, stuff like that, and then it gets printed and then sent out to you, the consumer. Yeah, my hub did not do much of that. Like I said, I've tried. I'm not. I work out of my fucking apartment still, and the new house is pretty much gonna have my own. Hopefully, my I'm gonna have an office, but a shared office. But at the same time, I'll have like a little workshop where I can work out of too with 3D printers and stuff like that. We're still in R&D. I'm not gonna. I did 3D printing and shit like that for fun, so I could learn a lot more of what we needed to learn. Um, with filaments and stuff like that. And I've given a lot of feedback to Ninja Flex, who's helped me out with the hand grips and stuff like that. I still got to 3D sculpt some new hand grips because I got new crutches, and I'll go to that in detail later in a few weeks as I'm working on that. Um, um, but 3D Hub's pretty much stated that, hey, yeah, your hub didn't do too well, so we're not gonna pursue you to go into our partnership yet. You're more than welcome to sign up for your partnership with us, so you can kind of grow your name or your business through us. But at the same time, we're gonna kind of go down a more professional route with more, bigger manufacturing and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, 3D Hubs, it automatically seemed like a bigger manufacturing company anyway. They use bigger printers, obviously, that take up fucking the room that I'm my room. I've seen the printers. I went to some of the Hubs context shit, and I saw an SLA printer fucking as big as a car. I went, whoa, what the fuck is that? And they went, that's an SLA printer. I went, how fast can that print? And they went, oh, that can do print out fucking door panels. And I went, wow, it's made my shit look like nothing. Mine are more in the hobbyist range to prototype making range. I also hit up, a few SLA companies the other day to see if I can maybe get a tester unit to try SLA printing because I'm very, very curious about something, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail in just a few moments. But yeah, it's not bittersweet to be leaving 3D Hubs. I mean, I'm still allowed to stay on their forums and stuff like that and talk, but they're ready to just kind of get away from the maker part of it. The hobbyists and the enthusiasts, they more or less want to go into a manufacturing side of it. I guess it is what it is. For all the makers and people that are on there, congrats to all of us. We've all put our 2 cents in. It was good to be part of it. And like I said, it's bittersweet, but I'd say no, I didn't do anything on there anyway. I tried. I fucking tried, but nobody hit me up. I got more hits on my mini factory than I do, so I'm gonna be more on my mini factory because there are a lot of makers and things and trinkets on there it's shit that I like. And my buddy Trent Ward over at Ward FX loves, he's like, hey, if you check this out, I got this off my mini factory and a few other companies. So he was checking out something the other day, sent over to me because he's been 3D printing himself, getting a few things, and he goes, what do you think about that? I said, that's pretty neat. But yeah, it's bittersweet to be goodbye with for that for now. Will they come back to 3D Hubs? I don't know. It was just a shits and giggles kind of moment too, because it was like, that would maybe more legitimize us as a company to kind of work with a bigger thing, and maybe I'll get some more clients and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, Instagram has been my home. It's sad to say that social media is now the new thing, but it's grown. I mean, the funny thing with Instagram is it's better to show your work and show what you've been working on. Even though if it's not your model, you still need to tell the model maker, like, hey, it's not printing well for blah reasons, or it's not doing this well for this reasons. And Thingiverse kind of gives you that outlet to talk with the model maker and help them fix some of the issues if you're a local person like that, and you get to print out and show people that, hey, it actually prints, here's the things that I had to do to it, and give your feedback on it and stuff like that. And that's where I got a lot of my models, and I'm learning how to model myself. It's not very simplistic to model because a lot of models that I find online are 80%, about 70% you can actually print. About good, the rest of that cannot print at all. And there's been people on my mini factory that does that. You can collect jobs and get paid to do it. And I really haven't done any jobs on there because I'm still learning how to use that hub and stuff like that. Is you got to print it. take a photo of it, and then you'll finally get paid, and it's like, ooh, that's not cool. I need to kind of do that more. That I think I need to take the shot in the dark and see how that goes. I would like to get our name out there more to test with clients, um, but I'm pretty nervous on how that's gonna work, because if your print doesn't do so well, you're out of time and money and material, and the client just goes, I don't want it. So it's you gotta take good photos of it and shit like that and show it to them. Which is kind of like, hey, I accept the job, and then they can reject it. It's like, oh, so I'm not really sure how that functions. I've been over at my mini factory quite a bit, where our hub's on there. It's Open Mind Industries on my mini factory. It's on our website and stuff like that. So y'all can click under that for 3D printing services, and you'll find that link right down below, and you can kind of check that out yourself. But yeah, it's harder for makers and designers, to kind of coexist. It's kind of, where do you find your platform? And I listen to a lot of these 3D makers and builders and stuff like that, and it's like, hey, I want to do a 3D printing business. So it's like, okay, well, I kind of want to do, but ours really isn't a 3D printing business. Our trademarks under that brand to do that. But we kind of do R&D research too, because I'm finding new filaments, and companies are like, I didn't know our filament can actually do that. I didn't know it actually functioned like that. We didn't think about it this way. NinjaFlex is kind of that filament that I'm just like, I'm looking for something to be medically usable and daily usable, and that filament has become a fucking lifesaver for carpal tunnel syndrome and stuff like that. And I'm in touch with them consistently, and I've got a few more things up my sleeve that I want to work on with them, to their filaments and stuff like that. It's been kind of weird using the 3D printers such as the Robo R1 and the Creality CR10s. And now I'm looking into SLA printing, which I kind of am really curious about how SLA could be a medical beneficial. I can't even say fucking beneficial. Medical beneficial. I'll say it that way. For flexible, for carpal tunnel syndrome, for crutches, for anything like that. You don't really look down that road. You look at it more like a manufacturer way. So I did get a hold of a few SLA companies. Creality is one of them. Hit them up last night with a quick, just a copy and paste email that I wrote, a note that I wrote, and said, hey, if you want to, maybe you can help me. If you can't, right now we can't afford an SLA printer. I did find the cheapest one last night. It's called Spark Maker. It's going for $289 on GearBest for right about the Creality CR10s. If you want to buy directly from the manufacturer over in China. There's a few fucking problems with that printer. It doesn't come with any resin. It doesn't come with any cleaning. It doesn't come with fucking anything. It comes with a printer, and that's it. You don't know if it's going to work or not work. Then I checked out Formlabs, because Formlabs keeps popping up the fucking request a sample part. So I said, alright, let me request a sample part. Let me leave a fucking note on why I'm requesting a sample part. And I told them, I was like, hey, we're just, would you guys be willing to donate one, or let me try one for a little bit to see what happens? And no word back. I do have a sample part coming, flexible sample part. We'll see how it looks. We'll see how it feels, I don't know. I can't afford $4,000 for a new printer, especially a fucking SLA one. And the reason why SLA is, I would stick with FDM for now. It's cheap. It's very prototype friendly. With resin, it's super fucking expensive. Just for, I think, 1 liter of resin, even flexible, is $200. So even if I had 3D printing friends who were like, I want it in resin, I'd be like, all right, prices have now fucking doubled to $50 a fucking print. You think my prices are bad now with FDM? Man, fucking, now I understand why resin printing is so goddamn expensive. It's like, whoa. Then you gotta buy a new tank. Then you gotta buy, you gotta keep having things readily available for the printer, because it's like, shit gets cloudy and it gets burned through. You're just like, Jesus, fuck. It's amazing. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I was doing all the research on that last night again, because me and Alan have been talking about the SLA printing for a while, and he was looking at a company called Olo. I don't know how. I don't think it's going well. I don't think they're going far at all. And that's like Kickstarter. A lot of Kickstarter 3D printers fucking just kind of fall down the drain. But SparkMaker is actually a real printer. It's on Amazon and all the other shit. So far, I've read a couple reviews, watched a couple reviews on YouTube. It seems to be working really well. It's one of the cheapest SLA printers. But the SLA, like I said, you need a lot of gear to keep yourself protected, especially if you're in a small apartment or you're a maker in general doing jewelry or whatever like that. You need to keep yourself kind of safe. You don't need a respirator, but you do need gloves, consistently gloves. You need some eyewear, protective eyewear, like some safety glasses and shit, because you're gonna get shearing off a lot of support material. So I've been looking at a lot of companies. I emailed Satin Stain the other night, sent them a quick fucking thing. Same copy and paste email, but I'm just trying to get some assistance somewhere. Like if a company's willing to help us out with getting, at least trying one, I'd like to at least try their printer and be like, hey, what do you guys think? Can I try yours to see what are the beneficials going to be? In the end, it works for both fucking parties because then they'll have test results and I'll have shit to show them. At the same time, it's gonna be like, oh, this company hooked them up, so let's talk with them. So it gives them more clientele. Um, Even if it's a local fucking chiropractor or another company going, that printer's not that bad. We can actually afford that, so let's go with it. So it's a win-win in either situation. Even if I do get the printer, I still need to buy resins and shit like that. Even for Formlab, it would be a fucking win-win. But we'll see what happens. It never hurts to ask any companies. If I didn't ask previously to get any help, I wouldn't have. Um, and luckily, the company that helped us out was NinjaFlex, Render's Drives. And they've been fucking more than willing and more. They've been like, hey, do you mind if we post this in our thing? Do you mind if we do that? No, I don't fucking mind at all. You guys gave me the goddamn chance. You guys gave us some results, some testing results, and I'm really fucking happy with it. I don't know where it's going to go in the long run. I'm hoping to make this a fucking fixture in your company and my company, because we never thought about it either. I wanted something to make my hands stop hurting. But yeah, it's been interesting because and I'm blabbering about 3D printing, but it's been interesting, getting help from certain companies. Like, hey, we don't know our product will work like this. So I'm curious how SLA printing would be beneficial medically. I've seen them do like, I know Form is like one of the top fucking companies now, and he's the kid who was on 3D Maker or whatever the fuck it was, Maximus, and did his thing, and the company seems to be doing really well, and the printer runs really well. That's why I hit them up, and I'm like, wonder if they would offer any help. Who knows? Who knows? But all these other companies kind of standalone. Like Creality seems like they're falling to a league of their own. They're not focusing on, and they just made an SLA printer, which is pretty fucking cool. And starting price on that was like, I think 560. And I'm like, okay, the build volume's not great, but at the same time, I can make crutch tips, I can make handles, I can make blah. And that's where my fucking mind isn't right now, because I need to actually do that coming up, because the crutches I got now aren't working too well. I gotta redo some hand grips, and I'll be doing some of that on our Instagram page and stuff like that. Survivor the burp, for those who listen to that. But yeah, that's my goal with all that shit. And, 3D hubs is kind of bland down the drain, and that's just the shit that I've been going through this week with all that stuff. We'll see how everything turns out. I'll fill you guys in the week prior, but also wanted to talk about some video game stuff. I didn't think I would get a copy of Spider-Man, but I ended up getting a copy of Spider-Man, and actually really fucking loving it. A friend of mine, Trent Ward, hit me up and was like, "Man, Spider-Man's really good." So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll invest in it maybe later on down the road if I got a price. I ended up getting it for about $50, so that wasn't a bad deal. I had a $10 coupon with Best Buy, and loving the hell out of it. Plays really probably one of the best games I've ever played in a while. So I'm playing that, and I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'll be to play my last two titles for a while. We are planning on doing a gaming area. Still gonna talk with Del Marie and a few others about maybe doing a Patreon and kind of stuff like that, having some fun with a gaming channel. Our YouTube will be changed to Open Mind Media because I want to kind of keep it to a media area where all the podcasts can go and stuff like that, and some gaming stuff. So into the 3D printing stuff, it's going to be kind of our hub for everything, and I kind of want to get some people involved and that are trying to get their names out there too, because Delmer was asking me to say anything about I guess they're doing a Twitch kind of get together, and they're going to be helping people out learning how to stream and shit like that. Like I said from the last episode, people are so fucking worried about what to record on, what to have, what cameras to use, shit like that. Um, and I keep telling you, well, use what you got, use what you can afford. There's no reason for you to keep buying other systems and try those things, because at the end of the fucking day, it's like, if your content isn't there, or if you're not delivering good content, it doesn't fucking matter what you record on. If you can record on a fucking iPhone every day, as long as what you're saying is relatable and fun and it gets somebody out of their brain, then your views go up. It's stupid what fucking people go out and they buy all this multi-million-dollar equipment and it doesn't fucking do anything. And I've used a fucking Yeti. I got a chance to use one. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I can't afford fucking $199 because I got other money invested in other things, to build company and stuff like that. And I keep warning people, like, they're like, oh, well, I need the fucking recorders and I need the web cameras. And to be honest, the reason why I bought the web camera is because I do a lot of podcasting and I use it for streaming and I use it for this and this and this. And I do a lot of fucking capturing of our prints and stuff like that. And it's a lot of prototype testing that you guys have never seen. I don't post a lot of that shit. I show it to my business partner. I say, this is what we done, or this is what's not working. What do you recommend? So he has a better idea of what I'm working on. And we can go back to the drawing board and go, that's not working. But yeah, man, like a friend of mine, Emmy, she wants to do podcasting. It's not that fucking difficult. I've literally jumped on podcasting, a year ago and said, it's time for me to fucking stop being scared of what people are going to think and say. I don't really give a shit. It's a podcast. It's fun. Being on over 4 podcasts, a while back and different ones and my friends' podcast. It was a fucking blast. I went to an actual studio and I record this in my fucking closet. I mean, it's great. I mean, my office is literally in my closet. I have friends that walk in and go, oh, where's your, oh, that's your, wow. How the fuck did you fit everything in there? That's their first question. Is how the fuck did you fit everything in here? And I laugh. I'm like, well, I use the space wisely. And they're just kind of pissed off because they live in a smaller room or something like that they work out of. And they go, I can't fit everything in my head. How the fuck did you figure that out? It's their first thing to me. And I'm like, use what you got. Like, look at the walls, look at the stuff you got, measure, and start making shelves and shit like that, and things will work out for you. I got a friend that works, his shop is in the back of his house. It's not a very big area, but he says his printers, his computers, his sculpting tools, and he uses all his makeup supplies. He does makeup and airbrushing and molds and stuff like that for a living, and it's that's where he has to work. It's funny because I was listening to a podcast, Creature Geeks. I'm gonna get that recommendation to come over to the podcast. Type it in on YouTube because Rick Baker did a podcast with them. It's Frank Eppolito and I forgot the other dude's name, but they did one with Rick Baker, and it's so cool to like see what he stated recently. It's like, they asked him, well, first question, why'd you stop? Why'd you close down your shop? And he says, financially, I couldn't. I've been doing it for X amount of years. I've been doing this since I was 10 years old. And it's fucking expensive. If you can't pay for the area, I mean, I have all this fucking surplus of shit I've done over the years. I can't pay for it, It's best for me just to close the shop down. Running low on water. There's actually, if you tilt it, the filter's actually a little bit above this, so it's kind of hard to get water. But yeah, he was explaining on, use what you got and what he started doing, and then he started talking about the digital form, because I have friends that are in the field that use not only practical effects, but digital effects, and Rick says he likes using both. He more or less goes with the digital effect now, because it's much more easier, because you can fuck around, and you don't have to worry about fucking wasting time. And he's not slapping the fucking practical effects away. He still loves using them, and he'll always fucking use them. And I have friends that are just straight up practical, And he understands that Rick's been doing it for fucking eons. But yeah, it was kind of cool. Like, it's like, how do you fit all this shit in your closet, man? I don't know. I just started with a fucking small desk, measured the wall, slammed the desk in here. I have a computer sitting on the ground. I got my fucking sewing machine back behind me that I use consistently. I have this table. It's pretty much an all-in-one. I can take all my fucking tools above me. If you guys could see the saws and shit that I need, then I'll just go outside to the porch and start cutting or whatever I need. But it's actually within 2 years has helped me out dramatically with getting shit done or trying things, and it's not that difficult to be a maker or even do a fucking company. I saw, one company that the guy still fucking runs. It's in the back of his house. He does models, like literally legit models for Hollywood. Like they send him shit, and he literally is able to open up like a back fucking slider, and it just puts it in the back of a truck, and it goes. And I'm like, wow, man. And somebody's like, why do you work out of your house? He's like, well, it's much fucking cheaper than owning a small shop. You know, he's like, you're getting paid this for this. I can do that in a matter of, I can sit at home and not have to worry about fucking running to the office, or running to the, I was like, that's fucking cool. That's pretty smart thinking too, business wise. Um, because even he was explaining something like, it's like Hollywood doesn't pay all the time, so you gotta kind of, do what you got. You think if you work at home, it kind of motivates you to, to keep working, keep working. Um, but yeah, it's interesting, I have friends who are like, oh, I want to go into a podcast studio. I'm like, the studio's a studio. I think the first time I ever did an actual studio podcast was like about 6, 7 months ago. And I was able to go into an actual studio. We had the technician there, so yeah. And I think we've only paid, I think it was like $100 to $200 for, I think it was 2 hours. So you paid per hour, and it's just paying for the technician. And you had all the mics and shit like that set up. And if you wanted it filmed, you could have it filmed with DSLRs and shit like that. And it was cool. I was like, and then if you wanted the copy, like, you've already got it. Like, he would just hand you over the fucking SD card or send you the file through either Google or something like that. So it was pretty fast and easy, and you could do editing that way. It was pretty neat. But I always keep telling people, use what you got, man, and have fun with it. It's going to be weird, coming up in the future. I don't really know how this SLA thing's going to happen. I'm very, just like I said, I wrote to them. I was like, I'm very fucking curious. I'm just very curious on what your resin does, because I don't know what it does. So I'm still fucking curious. I have more plans with SLA than anything. The problem, knowing what SLA does, and I'm going back to 3D printing, why did I jump away from video games? Yeah, I'm just rambling. I have more plans with SLA printing and shit like that, so I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, back to the whole use what you got, Spider-Man, all that kind of shit. But yeah, I started playing it the other day and really loving how down to earth it is. It's very down to earth. It's very, I think, probably, like I said, one of the closest fucking Peter Parkers we can get besides Tom Holland. And there was a thing the other day. I think he was tweeted or something like that, and he kind of posted the title, but knowing now it's a fucking Easter egg though, because he was already set, and people were gonna find out the title to the new Homecoming, whatever the fuck it was. Thought that was kind of funny though that he was doing that. But yeah, really love the game so far. You're working with Dr. Octavius, I'm not gonna spoil too much. The physics engine and everything is running really, really good on the system. And for only like $50, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get my fucking money's worth out of it. It's just sitting there, I'm actually playing it when I'm trying to learn ZBrush and a few other things I'm trying to play with. And a friend of mine kind of gave me an opportunity to talk with somebody at my day job about some new positions. So I'm trying to work on my ass off, trying to show them what I can do to maybe get into that department. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Even if it's a consulting area in that field, I would love to consult in that field. So, yeah. But yeah, loving the Spider-Man game. The game capture area of it, still couldn't really get that figured the fuck out, even with the Elgato and then the AverMedia. I still got to sit down and play with, ways to capture the audio. So if we're gonna do the gamer lab, like I said, we're gonna do. It's just getting everything captured properly and then just post it on YouTube and stuff like that to our page. It seems, like I said, you really need to collaborate. It's kind of hard to run a page by yourself unless it's something, like I said, somebody can just click on and go, that's pretty cool. It's hard. You really need to be, collaborative with people nowadays. It's kind of hard to do it yourself, and people want fucking content. Content is so fucking huge. I think, years ago it was hard to find content, and you fucking have something like Netflix where there's so much to watch now, and you're like, I don't know what to fucking watch. It's the same thing as YouTube. You go on YouTube or Twitch, it's like, okay, there's 40 fucking streams of Spider-Man. Let me give this guy a try. Oh, this guy's just boring. Oh, let me give this guy a try. Oh, this guy's kind of fun, but he's making some dirty jokes. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like that. You're just like, oh shit. So, you gotta give people you gotta give people something fun that they're actually gonna enjoy, and you give them fun tips and tricks because they're trying to learn something too. But yeah, we'll see where all that goes, you know. But yeah, man, it's been a fun gaming week. It's been a fun, just printing, and I'm getting back into my health apps and um, fucking around with the Apple Watch, and then which I still got to do a review on. I keep talking about like, hey, I'm gonna fucking review this and why I want it. Probably this week I'm gonna do some recording on body recording, so I can kind of speak about why I use the Apple Watch. I know the Apple Series 4 is coming out, and I'm kind of like, yay. Kind of like yay, and I'm kind of like nay at the same time. It gives an EKG, you know, that's pretty fucking cool for your doctor. I can understand. My doctor uses mine a lot. He uses it to track my health. Just how many stairs I'm fucking doing. So when I go to the doctor, it kind of gives him a better understanding of my health and especially my heart rate and when my heart's dropping and shit like that. The new one apparently is supposed to fucking help people with those with having heart issues, something like that. It checks your AFib, stuff like that. If you're, you know, going to cardiac. It tracks your shit like that. People are like, I don't want doctors knowing it. To be honest, it helps my doctor a lot. And I kind of like to look at myself and go, okay, where do I need to diet? Where do I need to do this? Where do I need to do that? Have I eaten today? Yes, I've eaten today. How many calories? You know, um, especially need to get my body back into tone. And I do my morning shakes, which I highly recommend if you are getting in the house, have some breakfast. But if you can't, make a nutritious shake in the morning, man. It gets you through your fucking day till lunchtime. You can have the little nibbles. Cause I see people trying to, a friend of mine tried to lose weight, still trying to lose weight and complaining and shit like that. And I told him, I said, hey man, the best thing to do is make a little snack pack. You know, do some nuts, stuff like that. A lot of fucking water. I'm not even joking about the water part. If you're a heavy set dude, you know, trying to lose weight, you know, start snacking a little bit. Don't chow down. Don't keep chowing down. Take a little snack baggie with you, like a Ziploc. Fill it up with some nuts, some berries, stuff like that. Antioxidant shit like that. Definitely have your multivitamin in the fucking morning, so it gives you some more energy. But snack. Don't fucking chow down. You know, when you get home, I mean, chow down. Have a good fucking meal. Treat yourself to a good meal. Nothing fatty. You know, treat yourself because you're gonna start fucking losing the weight like nobody's fucking business. Your body needs to water. It needs, you know, the proteins. It needs this. I mean, eat healthy, man. You know, you don't gotta, you know, don't deprive yourself of your sugars. Slow down your fucking sugar. So I was going through all that with him. I was like, it's like you don't need to fucking. He's trying to shock his body into this fucking diet thing. The new fucking crave. I have no fucking idea. All these fats. It's fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. You're of course. Oh, it's working. Of course, it's fucking working. God. I don't fuck do I explain to you people how all these diets work? Oh, it actually works. Well, no shit. You're shocking the fucking body. Of course, it's gonna respond in fucking different ways. I feel different. I wonder why. You know, I've been working out since I was fucking 11 years old. You know. Oh, I'm doing good. Of course you are. Your body's gonna feel fucking better because you're using more fucking muscles than you never used. You know, I don't know what to tell you people. I really don't. I'm rambling on. It's supposed to be a tech fun podcast, and I'm having some fun. Whatever. It's Ollie's podcast. Let's see how many fucking minutes we are. My ramble on this. 43 minutes. I guess I can call it. Also, want to give a shout out to my nephew, Damien. Happy birthday, dude. Congratulations. You did it, brother. Another year. He's actually in upstate New York, jamming on some roller coasters. If you folks don't know what the theme park is, it's called the Great Escape. It's in upstate New York, Lake George, New York. It's where I used to my old stopping ground before I went to Universal and Disney and all that shit. And it was like, what is this? They call we got rides. Holy shit! I think the biggest one we have, Six Flags owns the theme park up there, but yeah, man, holy shit! When you come down to Disney or Universal or Busch Gardens or, you know, SeaWorld, it's like, you call. I mean, you got places like Cedar Point and shit like that. No, those are like fucking great. You know, Hershey Park, all that shit. But the minute you get to like, you know, Six Flags, man, it's like, whoa. But when you get to Universal or Disney, it's like, whoa. You know, you just see the entertainment side of it, and people just fucking, their minds are blown. You know, I had somebody the other day from my hometown coming up to me. I was at Eastern New York, and their minds were fucking blown. Like, they just walked in the park, and they were just telling me, they're like, man, our minds are fucking blown. Like, we haven't been here only like an hour, but our minds are just, wow. Like, we have nothing like this no where we live. And I said, I know. And they're like, you don't like it here? I said, no, I love my job. My job's fun as hell. We started talking for a little bit. And they're just like, wow, this is gonna be the best job in the world. Yeah, some days it is, some days it's not. Just my honest opinion about it. Um, but yeah, man, happy birthday, Damien. Hope you're having fun in your birthday, and yeah. What is upcoming? Upcoming, I still have to speak to Ben Patton about some of his stuff with the TED Talk that he did quite a ways back. I wanted to talk to him about how he set it all up. What is it like to do TED Talk, stuff like that? How do they run a program to give you this so much time? Moby is going to be on us again, hopefully soon. I'll be hitting him up shortly. Also, Del Marie and Emmy and my girlfriend Navy will be on a podcast hopefully next week. Still trying to confirm everything. Probably gonna do it at IHOP or something like that. Maybe some like lunch or dinner. Who the fuck knows? Have no clue yet. I will let you guys know what's going on with our gaming and stuff like that. If you guys want to click on our Facebook page, give us a like. If you're looking to get some 3D printing stuff, give me a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Not forcing anybody to do what they don't want to do. Just want to give us some love, share sports. Click those links. Tell us you love us. We love you too. Yeah. Podcast recommendation for the week. I'm gonna start adding these in because I've been listening to a really, which one do I like? Check out Bizarre States. They had a really cool one about aliens again. And then also No Sleep, the No Sleep podcast. I just started listening to that today. A buddy of mine, Trent Ward, you all already know because he's speaking about him. Recommended it to me the other day. It's really some spooky stories. And the way that they get their stuff is from off Reddit. And I'd really kind of find that kind of fun and spooky at the same time. If you're not really big into spooky stuff, and yeah, definitely don't listen to it because it might scare the hell out of you. But I listen to Bizarre States a lot. They talk about poo and stuff like that, but a lot of ghost and paranormal stuff, and a lot of just open mind stuff. And I really enjoy that podcast. Listen to Bill Burr's podcast also, Kevin Smith, Hollywood and Babylon, and I got a few others, but I'll name those later on in the day. And books, I'm still reading, to be honest with you. What am I reading? Unholy Nights, I've been reading that. I'm still trying to get through it. I'm lazy. And my audiobooks, what else do I have? Crap. Something from that dude who did, the Matt Damon movie when he was on Mars. The Martian. That dude did a book. And I was like, it was all over Pandora, and I was like, I gotta listen to it. So I ended up getting a free token from Audible and got it. So, yeah. So far, so good on that one. Rosario Dawson is doing the voiceover on that. So really good. If you guys don't know who Rosario Dawson is, she was in Daredevil on Netflix. Yeah, the nurse. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, guys, sorry for my rambling. Sorry for my booga, all that good stuff. I've just been blabbling. But thank you guys. As always, I will keep you posted on the SLA stuff and stuff like that. For everything Open Mind, check out openmindindustries.com. Show us some love, give us some support, and I will talk to you guys later this week. Keep an open mind. Have a great week.